Well, hello there. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Welcome to Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Gio here from Manga Geekdom, and I'm joined by an ensemble, an all-star cast of amazing people. Got Get Good, Colleen's Manga Rex. How you doing?
Record! Canada!
Been a minute. Happy to have you here as always. And we got the return of Pee Pee Poo Poo Man himself. How you doing, Riley?
I'm almost done with Mario.
Almost done with Mario. That's what we like to hear. So thank you everybody for joining. Appreciate it. Tonight we have a very special broadcast because this was suggested to me like 2 months ago on a DM, and I forgot all about it until recently. I was scrolling through my phone and I decided to look at my messages again. And I noticed, hey, I think this would be a very cool show topic thing. I'm like, oh yeah. And then I brought it up to everybody in our chat, and here we are now. So yeah, tonight we're gonna do what we think are some of the top manga releases of 2025. Now, naturally, hold on before you start complaining and typing away. The year's not over, and there are some very high profile releases coming up, some very huge big drops, but we're not going to mention that here because we are not at the end of the year, so calm down. At the end in December, I'll come back and revisit the show and do like an overall wrap up on 2025, and then we can include those other books. But in the meantime, there are 9 months worth of epic releases that we can gush and discuss and laugh about. I don't know what we're going to do about it, but we're going to do something. And that is, of course, thanks to our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, that allows us to gather all these amazing releases. That is IST, your home for collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and so much more. Available for great discounted prices that range from 30 to 55% off at times. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And check this out. There's a loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service. That is InStockTrades.com. Shout out. Let me show you the website real quick. We always do that. And there we go. All right. So you got your current deals of the week, which we do reveal. Now, I would have given you the new ones, but I don't have them right now. I would have spoiled some of them like we did last week, but you'll find them. You'll find out the deals on Monday, so hang tight. You got your new releases, of course, all the manga, hardcovers, gallery editions, DC Finest books, all that fun stuff. Your top sellers, omnis, so on and so forth. Go check them out. You know what to do. InStockTrades.com. You got sales. You got featured creators, top sellers by publishers, new releases, all that fun stuff. So let's go. Oh, and at the end of the month, which should be on September 29th, we will be doing the $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. All right. So how is everybody doing? Thank you for joining. Colleen, are you playing Silksong?
Hell yeah, I am. It's like all I can manage to get myself to do lately. Like I'm so like low energy and like just unmotivated to do anything, but I will get on Silksong and play for hours on end.
I played like an hour or two of the first one, and I never finished it. This was like 6 years ago or whatever. So ideally I would like to play that so that I can jump on the hype train with all of you guys. But for now, we'll have to wait.
Hollow Knight is relatively short in contrast to Silksong. I was actually surprised with how long Silksong is. I don't even think I'm halfway through, and I think I have about 30 to 40 hours in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I am currently, nobody asked, but I'll say it anyways, whatever. I am currently playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think I'm near the end. I don't know. Sometimes, like I usually play on the weekends. I don't have a lot of time during the week, but check this out. Friday nights, my Friday nights involve some Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'll tune into long form content here on YouTube or listen to my favorite podcast or whatever while I play that thing. I'm not really paying attention to a lot of the lore of what's happening, which is crazy considering I'm a big fan of Donkey Kong. I just like the part where I'm just smashing the whole map and destroying every rock imaginable. It is so therapeutic. And I can't wait for the DLC because the DLC is all about wrecking stuff. So that game was made for me. So,
Like Wreck-It Ralph.
yeah, man.
I'm
But
gonna
better.
So
Yeah.
I actually disagree with that. And it's mostly just because, so I realized this when I saw a bunch of people complaining about how hard Silksong is. I was like, I'm not getting what they're seeing. I was like, I think Silksong is so much easier than Hollow Knight was. And I was like, wait, but Hollow Knight was probably my first Metroidvania game that was difficult. And I just finished playing Eterna Noctis, which is like one of the hardest, most brutal games, platformers I have ever played in my life. Like that game fucking hates you, and they don't give a shit about you. And that's what people say Hollow Knight is. No, you have not experienced Eterna Noctis because I'm at Silksong now, and I'm like, this is a fucking breeze. Like,
Yeah.
so I think I just kind of got good, if you will.
William Lee, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Kane, thank you so much as always. Tired? How are all of you doing? I am exhausted, but look at that. Look at let's ignore my pain here and show off. Look at that.
So this came out several months ago, but Costco has it right now. At least mine does. So it's like $20 cheaper at the Costco. So I finally picked it up. It's like 2,000 pieces, and you build Mario separately.
I was like, wait, oh
no, I'm sorry. That is what I need. No. Hold on, Riley. My bad.
And they said I was bad with
there we go. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted everybody to see the background. Okay. Sorry.
But yeah, you build Mario separately from the cart, so he can come off of the cart, but you can't really do much with him because he can't.
You're welcome.
He has like a seat on his butt. But yeah, this is what I've been working on. I've been reading, and in between, like I'll read a book or two, and then I'll do a bag of this of the set, and I just wrapped it up right now. So this will go nicely with my big Bowser, and we've got the question block that's got filled with micro scale Mario 64 levels, and
so cool, really big actually.
Mario riding Yoshi. Look, I finished.
It looks great.
So
Thanks.
I'm jumping all over the place. Sorry. I am excited. Nobody asked, but whatever. I'm excited for the Mario Galaxy collection because I've never played those games. My Mario ness ended at GameCube, and I never played the other ones. I did play the ones on Switch, but I missed the Galaxy one, so I'm happy about that.
I have not played a Mario game since. I mean, I played like Mario Kart and shit, but I haven't played like an actual like story Mario Kart game probably since 64.
The Galaxy games are both really, really, really good. And as far as platformers go, they're like pretty well balanced as far as like difficulty goes. Like there's some stuff in there that feels nearly impossible. But you know, you get good, as it were.
Get good
as you play. And I think that I have 100% on Mario Galaxy 2, but I'm missing one thing on the first one, if I recall correctly.
Right.
But they're really cool, and I think that like Mario Galaxy 2 is a really good like sequel to the first one because it's very much the same game but expanded. Like they add Yoshi in there, and like the addition of Yoshi is actually really good. So that's I like those two games quite a bit. And they did a really good a good job of kind of paving the way to Odyssey. So if you played Odyssey, then you'll be able to look back and be like, okay, I see where they got these things from that came back in Odyssey. But if you don't like gravity play, like you're gonna hate it because it's a lot of stuff about like him going around like small planets and like gravity kind of being weird with that, jumping from little planetoid to planetoid.
As
Anyway,
long as it's not one of those games where it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. So this was in the Eterna game that I was playing a lot. Like you're going around a planet at one point and you have to like turn yourself with it because otherwise like the controller, do you know what I mean? Like when like the controller changes for the direction that you're in. And it was so fucking obnoxious and hard. I was literally like upside down trying to remember how to control it.
It does kind of do that because there are several levels where it'll like shift you from the bottom and then it will send you to the top.
Yeah.
And so you have to like change the direct. I don't know. There is some tricky stuff with that, but it's mostly late game stuff, and it's like mostly I think applicable if you want 100% it. Like it's the type of stuff where you can usually skip a lot of the I think they collect stars in that one, but you can skip stuff if you can't do it. You know, because it's made for kids. Like it's got difficult stuff in there, but because it's a game intended for children, it has to be like a kind of baseline difficulty for you to actually beat the game, and then the rest of it is the challenging stuff that you can do on top of that.
I mean, aren't we all kids at heart? So
my bills say otherwise.
Oh, there is some clarifications here on the chat. They did not understand what you were saying, Colleen, with the game.
I sent it in the private chat because
I did not look at that. My bad.
No, you're good because I can't type it because I don't have a chat.
Eterna Noctis, everybody. AETERNA NOCTIS. There you go. If you missed it, I'm sorry. You're not going to hear it again. I'm kidding. I'm going to type it in the chat.
So it's a Spanish game, and I thought that was pretty cool.
There it is.
The main guy talks in Spanish, and everyone else talks in Spanish as well.
Look, everybody got it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, if you want like one of the most brutal platforming boss fight gaming experiences ever, go ahead and play that one, and then come back to Silk Song, and maybe you'll be like me, and you'll be like, "Oh, this isn't as bad. This isn't Eterna Noctis."
Ninja Gaiden on the NES was also made for children too. Yeah. Same with oh my gosh, what was it? Capcom. Damn it, the game with the knight. Ghosts and Goblins. There you go.
Yeah.
Have you played Ghosts and Goblins before?
Yeah.
I don't even know that.
But it's the like knight with the big bushy beard.
Ghosts and
that
Goblins?
one, right?
It's a run and gun game, but you play as a knight rescuing the damsel in distress, and one hit and you're gone. Basically, you lose your armor, and then a second hit, you die. So you really have to be good at that stuff to beat it. Yeah, I've only beaten one of those games. The one on was it the NES version? I think so. Yeah. But
that-
the one,
that era was a lot less forgiving than like if you go forward. The further games progress, especially like in more 3D era, they're a lot more forgiving towards the player. So like those early NES and SNES platformers and side scrollers and stuff like that are not forgiving whatsoever. But later games are like baseline easy, and then they add in challenging elements so that like the base audience, the target audience of a Mario game, or what they're intended the target audience is the game, is for that game to be, can beat it without too much of a problem, without breaking too many controllers. But then the seasoned audience, the ones who have played all those older games and stuff, that there's more challenging stuff in there for them.
Also, thank you to everybody joining. Appreciate it. Bob, thank you so much. Hello, my manga friends. Javi's in the house. Hey, y'all. I'm late, but Black Clover Volume 36 is on my list of best releases this year. Nice. I don't game much. I just play the exact same games I've been playing since middle school over and over on a hand-me-down Xbox 360. Whoa, nice. One final question about the gaming, and then we're going to switch on over to the topics for tonight. And I lost the chatter. What the hell? I think it was Josh. Oh, Mr. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man. Are you going to get more of the Mario Kart series, the Lego?
Like the small ones? No. This one scales really well with all the other, because it scales with the big Bowser set and it scales with the big question block set. So I really don't like all the little blocky looking brick built Mario Kart guys. And it's not like I'm going to play it, because those are meant more for the actual play. Just like the Super Mario sets, like the characters have a little chip in them that for the Super Mario sets that you can like go around and be like, oh, Mario just beat this boss. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to buy like a bunch of small sets for that. The only like smaller sets that I've bought are the One Piece ones, but I was kind of invested in getting all of those sets.
Nice. There you go. That was some gamer talk for you guys. Moving on to a little bit closer to our topic. Did you all haul anything that you'd like to show the peeps?
Yeah.
Any books?
I got a few things.
Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. We can start with, I got volume 11 of Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom.
Nice.
Very excited to read this one. The last volume is very good. This is probably this one and Failure at God School, and no, I'll just say those two for now. These are like two of my recent favorite shoujo series. I've been really enjoying them. And then volume 6 of Let's Do It Already. And then volume 8 of My Girlfriend's Child. And then right before we started, Yen Press actually sent me some early releases. So My Beloved Supper. I don't know what this one is. I remember seeing the cover, but I don't remember anything about the plot of it. So
it's a vampire. Yeah, go ahead.
He does not want to eat people, if I recall correctly, and he's kind of a foodie, more or less. There's another aspect to it, Gio, like where there's someone that
in the back it says that he can only stomach real food if he drinks blood first as an appetizer.
Yeah.
So he's gonna hunt down criminals to get their blood. So he's like a vigilante.
Criminals and evildoers.
Most vampires, they don't want to eat like actual food.
Yeah.
But he loves food, but he can't stomach it. That's yeah. I knew there was a twist to it. I knew that he was like not someone who wanted to eat people and like consume people as much as other, but
My Girlfriend's Child. Let's go.
I was debating getting that one also, but I think it comes out next week on the 23rd, and that week is freaking stacked.
I can let you know if I think
Crazy.
it's worth it.
There's so much stuff coming out next
This
week.
one's a Geo one, I'm sure.
Oh, nice.
They sent me
let
the
me-
first volume of Rock is a Lady's Modesty.
Heck yeah.
I've been interested in the anime for this one, but I think it's on High Dive. I don't have High Dive, so I haven't been keeping up with it. But it always looked interesting, so I'm excited to read the manga. And then this fat juicy boy, we got Land.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show the comparison to.
Yeah.
This
That's
thing is thick as hell. But I will say, for some reason, it feels kind of cheap. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like
maybe the paper quality that they used.
Maybe it's very light for how thick this thing is, and it's it's like hardcover. It's really, really light. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So like my automatic thought is like it feels kind of cheap.
Oh, fat shaming.
I didn't say that was a bad thing. I said it's a big juicy boy.
No, that's a chonker. We love that here. It's a good thing.
Who said that being big and juicy is shameful?
There you go.
Yeah,
and that is some body positivity from me today.
I just ordered my copy this week because I forgot Land came out like a week ago or something. So I should be getting it soon. But it definitely, they used a lighter weight paper as opposed to the like thicker stock or heavy stock.
Yeah.
That a lot of like deluxe volumes get, which that can be, it depends on who's reading it, like because someone could be like, oh well, I prefer that because that way it's not as unwieldy to read, but it's also, like you said, it makes it feel like it might be a little bit cheaper, and that's probably true. Like it was lighter weight stock is usually cheaper.
What's it
from the printer?
Was
$40, $45 book.
$40.
If you get it at in stock trades whenever that comes out, it'll be like 33% off or something like that.
I got it on a Libris, and it was, I can tell you in just a second, so you can have a
sorry, 25%.
Man, my email doesn't tell me how much it was. I'll get back to you all in a minute.
Let's see. Bob, I'm excited for Land. Tell us if it's good.
Will do.
Nice. Volume is huge. I still got to get mine. Also, I'm not gagged if a yen press release feels cheap, to be honest. They do, from what I can recall, most yen books have lighter paper compared to other publishers.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think I'm making that up, right? Like typically they feel lighter than most. Like
one thing I always thought was weird about Yen Press's books is the fact that like the edges are so squared.
Also true.
I don't know how to like explain it, but it's like so sharp on the spine where the spine folds.
Yeah, the others have like a curvature.
Like the same, yeah. I don't know. I always thought that was strange.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
If you compare also like Ubel Blot to like Berserk or any of the Dark Horse Deluxe editions, those are also very lightweight. They use a much lighter stock of paper on those. But the covers themselves are really well designed and really nice feeling and stuff. It's just when I got the first volume, I was like, wow, this is really light in comparison. But if you are interested in Land right now, it is available on Alibris. You might have to look it up by the ISBN number specifically to find it, but it's $28.30.
Damn. Nice. There you go. Great haul. What about you, Pee Pee Poo Poo Man?
I know I had books come in, but I don't know what they were. I don't remember. I had
Something. You all
He
something.
said, "I'm not trying today."
no, I'm not like because I did have. I think a package came in yesterday, and I'm in my like reading mode. So it came in, and I'm like 5 books, and I finished like 4 of those 5 books last night before I went to bed. So I was like, I need to get these out of my to read list so I can get back to business. It was the new volumes of I think Komi Can't Communicate, Tsumiki Ogami's the werewolf girl one.
Yeah,
That one.
Viz one, the Shonen
Yeah,
Sunday
the
one.
Shonen Sunday. Deadpool Samurai Volume 3. I had forgotten to get this previously because IST ran out of stock, but I got Last Samurai Standing from Kodansha, and then I don't remember what the last. I think it was another.
Which is getting the live action treatment. I did not realize it was the same. The manga and the show were,
and it's pretty fun. If anyone has been interested and did not pick it up yet, but this was pretty fun. It does do everyone's favorite thing, and it has a Netflix logo right here.
Oh God!
And it's not.
That's gross.
But it's fun.
It's sharing, though.
It's like Steel Ball Run. Like they have to go across the country, but it's in Japan. I could have used a million different examples, but
Battle Royale. I thought you were gonna go with Battle Royale, but yeah.
No, it's like a Steel Ball Run Battle Royale, basically.
There you go.
They have to go cross country, and as they go, there are like checkpoints that they have to hit, and they have to have a number of tags on them to be able to proceed further through the checkpoint. And the only way to get those like tags or whatever they call them, tokens, is to take them from other samurai that are in this race. So they have to fight each other basically, and you see like the second or the first checkpoint, they're like, you need to have at least 2. So you have your own, and then you are expected to have killed someone or at least like incapacitated someone. So you have to have at least 2 to get through the second checkpoint. And by the end of it,
like the plot of something else.
It's like Rat Race.
I've never.
That's a movie with Mr. Bean and.
I've heard of Rat Race, but I've never like watched it.
But no, it's a simple concept that lends itself to being like a fun action series. And the first volume is filled with exactly what you'd expect. It's a bunch of action. And they're like, to get to the last checkpoint, you have to have at least 30 tags. So as each chapter goes on, they're like, you know, we started with this many samurai and there are this many left. And so you have kind of the idea of like how many are getting eliminated as it goes onward. And there's this one old man who right after they start, they're like, all right, everyone go. And he just starts fucking like murdering people. And he's just a little old wrinkly man. And he's like, I've got 8 now. She's like, all right, dude.
I'm actually thinking that might be the plot of Spy Kids 3D.
Oh man.
Maybe.
So it does have a live action series, which is going to be on the Netflix. And the trailer looked really good, so I'll check it out.
The second volume comes out this upcoming week, I think, or the last week of the month. It's this month.
Could be next week.
Yeah, the 23rd. So I am looking forward to that second volume.
There you go. I only have 2 books that I want to show you guys. The first one is this thing. Akira.
Never heard of it.
Akira. However you want to pronounce it. There you go. So this is the new release for the hardcovers. If you don't want to get the look at that, you have the shirt.
Never even heard of that series. What are you talking about?
So I didn't own the box set, but I wanted the series, and this is just the contents of the box set without the box, basically. So if you got that, you're not missing anything. But yeah, this is the first time that I actually own this, aside from the Blu-ray. But I think it looks great. So there you go. It's
If
classic.
you have never read the manga before, you're in for
Maybe
a
like random chapters here and there, but never
Okay.
the whole thing. So
yeah,
I've
it's
never read the manga before.
yeah, but you probably would not be in for a treat.
What the hell? What do you think? Just because I like shoujo, I won't like a fucking shonen?
No, because I know
fucking-
I know your level of like gore that
Yeah.
you can take.
I've seen the movie.
Well, yeah, if you've seen the movie, if you're fine with the movie, then you'd be fine with
The
the
movie
manga.
was gross, but like it was fine.
all right, let's see if I can. Is there a no?
I like
I-
getting
I-
fake offended at things you tell me.
Yeah, and it's funny because every time you get fake offended, I always have like
You're like, no, it has nothing to do with that. It's because I know you as a person and love you as a friend.
it's because we've been besties for so many years now.
Some of that art. And from Viz, I got tired of waiting, so I picked it up. I don't know if I'm gonna regret it later. Probably not, because it's gonna take them forever. But I picked up the manga for Pokemon. This is not the Pokemon Adventures. So this is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And look at my little dudes there. Let's go. I love these two guys.
Really convinced you were gonna pull out Kagurabachi for a second.
Oh no.
And I was like, man, Gio's going outside of the box.
No. God no. So if you guys don't know, the Pokemon manga comes out like this in Japan, right? And then when they got enough chapters, they put them together in a regular sized book. And we get that over here as Pokemon Adventures. Now, Japan is still stuck in the final volume of Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby. Those are 4 volumes. The 4th is in hiatus since forever. It was scheduled to come out a while ago, but it keeps getting delayed over there. Viz has only put out 2 of the Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby series volumes, and the 3rd one has been on delay for, I think it's had like 3 dates now. Supposedly, the newest date that people found on the ISBN numbers and stuff is for, or searching through the ISBN, sorry, October. I don't believe it, but whatever. So if they put that volume out, we're still gonna be delayed, because after that comes Sun and Moon, and then Sword and Shield, and then Scarlet and Violet, all that stuff. So it's gonna take a good while. And I thought, whatever. It's only $5. $5? $6. Holy crap. Okay, one more. It's only $6, but you can find them for dirt cheap everywhere. So I decided to at least collect the Scarlet Violet series this way. So there are only 2 volumes. If these were put out in adventures, the first 2 would be 1 adventure volume, if that makes sense. So yeah, this, you follow Violet Lang and Scarlet Koito. They are attending the Paldea region, and they are embarking on their Pokemon adventure. So if you play the games, you know what to expect from the Paldea region. And I think it looks really cool. Check that out. With you get who's this? Miraidon. There you go. So I'm a big fan of Pokemon, and I decided to get this. And if later down the road they make them into an adventures volume, well, that's a problem for future Geo. All right.
You don't have to deal with it.
Those first couple of Pokemon Adventure series are amazing. They capture the Game Boy vibes of Pokemon. They're fantastic. I wish they could be adapted into an anime, but they're never going to do that. I would love a Pokemon Adventures anime adaptation. So that was my mini haul. There you go.
They did that Pokemon the Origin or whatever a while ago. That was like
That was fantastic. But again, it's only 4 episodes, so
Yeah.
super condensed version.
it was like more based on like the games instead of being its own thing. So that was really fun.
Yeah. I was exciting thinking that, that one day I will get Mao. One day. And hey, I got a little bit of Oh My Goddess, so Josh, don't worry. Eventually I will get stuff that people keep asking and requesting and petitioning the Geo buy. I will get to it. It's a
If
process.
you ask me to buy something, I'll probably never get it. So don't ask me.
You go. The decks using the actual game footage is amazing. And volumes 1 and 2. You got volumes 1 and 2 of what? Of Pokemon? I'm proud of you. Even though you're upset that I didn't get Mao, but that's a conversation for another day. Because I do think Mao's getting an anime, so I'll probably watch the anime first. Anyways, yeah. So that was my haul. Let's get started with the topic. The original suggestion was for 20 volumes. I don't think we can pull 20 volumes out of thin air right now, but what are some of your favorite releases so far of the year that you can name off the top of your head, or you have the book with you can show? Oh, look at that. Let's go.
I was ready.
Heck yeah.
I was looking it up. I was Googling.
You want to go one each, or you want to... it's up to you guys how you want to cycle
I'd
through
say one each is probably a good way
Alright.
to do it.
Like a round robin type dealie.
A little round robin.
What's your
Round-
first one?
Round the robin.
Do you want me to go?
Sure.
Okay. That's how you know I'm tired.
It's
I'll
been a
s-
wild year, so
Yeah.
let's get started with some awesome releases.
I'm going to start with Gene Bride. It's this really, really good Josei manga series that we are getting from Seven Seas. This one's only going to be 4 volumes. But so essentially it's about this girl named Isahaya who is like not happy with life. She's working in a job that she really likes, but like she's not respected because it's kind of like in the entertainment film industry. So because she's a woman, she gets looked down on by a lot of like her cohorts, I guess is the best way to say that. And then like one day this guy shows up and is like, "Are you Isahaya?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You're my destiny." And then turns out he doesn't actually mean that. It was just because he was a former classmate of hers who was paired with her for some like genetic pairing event that their school was holding. And then there's a really big plot twist at the end.
Okay.
And that's when the manga gets crazy after the fact. But it's a really good piece of feminist literature, honestly. Like it's so it seems like the plot twist comes out of nowhere, but then it's used really well in the second volume to continue like a lot of the God, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Like political dialogue around like feminism and sexism and like all that stuff. It's just a really good book and I highly recommend it. I was going to do it for my next video probably for the Shonen Jump to Shoujo, and I'm not gonna say which for the seinen. But
I do.
This is a really great series. The guy is not a red flag at all. And in fact,
Okay.
so far, this manga has 0 romance. So if you're
Nice.
going in looking for a romance manga, this one is not going to be for you.
Mm-hmm. The man in Gene Bride is one of the most neurodivergent manga characters I've ever seen. Truly off the charts.
Yeah, he
Interesting.
is. But yeah, that's my first. Very good. Highly recommend. Only going to be 4 volumes.
Nice.
So it'll be an easy series to collect as well.
You know what? Here on StreamYard, we have a notes application that got installed. I can see it. You guys can't. So I'm going to write all of our picks here and then post them later.
Wahoo!
There you go. We got Gene Bride.
I got that wahoo sound in my head now.
Jeans.
Riley, what you got? What's your first pick?
My first pick was also Jean Bride.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. Just
I'm
to
just kidding. Fuck that.
fuck that series.
We hate feminism here.
Man,
The woke left is taking over the Omnibros.
yeah.
That threw you for a loop. I love it.
I don't want to get in trouble for making certain type of comments that
We'll leave that off the air, and we'll talk about that later.
yeah. I don't want Omnibros to get Jimmy Kimmeled.
I'm crying because I'm so sad about what happened to Jimmy Kimmel.
Anyway, what I wanted to mention was I've already talked about it like for a couple weeks, and I do have a video that I need to edit about it, but just easy first one. The new upcoming volumes of Baki are definitely in my top choices for this year. It not like the series itself is not even important. It's just the absolutely phenomenal release that Kodama Tales has done. I've spoken so highly of it these past couple shows. It's one of the finest releases of a manga that I've ever seen outside of like expensive deluxe hardcover edition. And literally the only thing that they could have done to make this release better for me, like specifically for me, was if it was a deluxe hardcover instead of the smaller paperbacks. But everything about that is like they not just in the build of the books themselves, but everything that Kodama Tales has done since they like announced the license and everything they've done to kind of build themselves up as a new publisher, to talk about themselves and what their plans are and all the stuff that they're going to be doing. They've done everything right, like pitch perfect, the way that I think every new publisher should be doing things. They didn't announce something way too early before they had before it was ready. They had been working on this stuff for a while and then came out and talked about it when they definitely, were already taking it to print and stuff, because it was like within a 2 to 3 months after they announced it was when they had their office copies that they were showing off. So like, and then just the build of it, new publishers that have come out. I've complained about Kana. We already know that the new City Hunter release looks just as bad as any other Kana, like they're printed on toilet paper. Jeez, man.
That was a long one.
A long cliff for Kana to fall off of. So yeah, they're doing literally everything right with those. The story itself is basic. It's Baki. It's a fighting series and everything's freaking ridiculous, but it's fun. If you like fighting, if you like martial arts manga and stuff,
Like
and
testosterone and
yeah,
weird
it's
dudes fighting.
You love those buff
if
beefy
you're in
men.
for really like weird musculature that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, then yeah, it's gonna be great for you. But like,
That's the book for you.
go to the store after they come out and like go to your local whoever sells manga in your area and pick up a copy and just like feel it, smell it. I don't know,
Bathe in the book.
glory, and you'll be like, man, I wish that either every other publisher would start doing things the Kodama way, or that Kodama could get all of the licenses that I want to see published, because it's that good. So that's my first. I don't know how many each of us are doing tonight, but that's my first pick.
All right. Can you hear the helicopter? No. Okay. It's flying really close. Okay, never mind. Whatever.
They're coming for us already.
Yeah.
They're coming to cancel us.
Platypus.
What?
It's
One of my picks for the year is going to go to Yaiba Samurai Legend Volume 1. I was really excited that this got picked up. I am a fan of this series, and I'm so happy to finally start collecting it and owning it in English. And it is so much fun. We follow the character of Yaiba. He is this wild kid who was trained by his dad to be the greatest samurai warrior, and he's now in modern Japan, and he befriends um, a bunch of human school characters, and essentially this is a shonen fighting series, but with swords and magic and a colorful cast of characters. Yaiba makes enemies of this one dude, Onimaru, who is his, I guess, rival at Kendo Club. And Onimaru is a petty bitch and cannot accept the fact that Yaiba is superior. So he goes and finds a legendary sword that mixes with him and makes him out to be this demon overlord type Oni. And now he is set on conquering Japan and defeating Yaiba. And of course, our protagonist, with his friends, go on this quest to find these sacred orbs that they'll use to fight against Onimaru and his squad of animal demon friends. So it's pretty silly, goofy, fantastic, but also action packed. This is by the same creator that does Case Closed, Detective Conan. So if you like that type of character work and humor, I think you'll like Yaiba. It's less it's a shorter series, but it's a lot of fun, and the art looks really good too. I'm a big fan of his art style and all these wacky characters. And the anime for this thing, the modern anime by Wit Studios, I think this is just my hot take. It's one of the best things out of 2025. One of the best shows for sure. And these omnibus releases are 2-in-1s, and they're pretty great. That's my first one, Yaiba.
Yaiba. I always love the title of that one because I just like, oh, Yaiba.
Look at that chonky tiger right there. Hold on.
Yaiba.
You can sort of see him. Yeah. So that's my first one.
Okay, I'm trying to decide what my next one's gonna be. Okay, we'll go with this one because I mentioned it earlier. My next one is The Failure at God School.
Ooh, nice.
This is just like a classic shoujo manga setup that you really don't get much anymore. But so this girl right here is running a shrine on her own, essentially, because her grandma had passed away. And in this world, you can become, what's the word? A himiko. You can become a himiko and you'll have powers and take care of like your shrine from whatever nefarious things. But she doesn't have these powers. She didn't get them, but her twin brother did. However, he's a shut-in. He won't leave his room. So she can take over the shrine. But she doesn't have these powers until she runs into this guy. And he like sees something in her that we're not sure of. We don't know what he sees in her, but she is able to get into God School, where she is like not doing very well because she doesn't have any powers, because she can't like really do any of the assignments or the classes or anything. So she's the failure at God School.
They did the thing. They named it.
They did the thing. But she like makes friends along the way. She has a little group that she kind of like comes together with, and they're all kind of outcasts in their own way. And it's just a really like classic shoujo setup of like, you know, supernatural abilities, girl in school, making a group of friends of a ragtag group, and then, you know, solving things through friendship and magic. But I'm so happy we have this one in English. This was the shoujo manga adaptation of a light novel, actually.
Oh.
By the Apothecary Diaries author. So whenever people would be like, "Oh, Apothecary Diaries is shoujo," it's like, no, and she has an actual one, so stop calling it that. And yet I don't think this manga is doing very well for them because we don't get volume 3. There's 11 or 12 volumes out in Japan, and we don't get volume 3 until next year in February or March. So I don't know if this just isn't selling well for them or something, but the release schedule for this is really long in between. And so guys, get this series. It's really good. If you like honestly Witch Hat or My Hero Academia or like Naruto, I feel like any of those you would enjoy this one. Gaku and Alice, if you've read or watched that, it's very reminiscent of Gaku and Alice. So yeah, check this one out. Failure at God School.
You know what that book needs? A fun, solid anime adaptation.
Yes.
So
100%.
people get into the book and want to support it and buy it.
I could see this one getting an anime. I don't know, like anytime soon or whatever, but the art in it is very I'm gonna say like minimal. Like the artist isn't like spectacular or anything, if that makes sense. So like it doesn't look bad, but cool. It's not like a style that I would say shoujo usually looks like.
Yeah.
God, it's like cartoony. It's more like blocky.
Okay.
That's the best way I can. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. But I really like this volume.
Oh, I just looked it up. Okay, so volume 2 came out in July, and volume 3 comes out in February. Jesus. Yeah. And Japan has 12 volumes out.
So that's why I'm like, that doesn't bode well if there's that many volumes out and they could easily catch up and they're not. And there's actually more of a wait in between.
Unless, fingers crossed, they just want to do two per year.
Yeah,
that could also be it. We'll see what happens with the 4th volume when it gets solicited.
Yeah. We shall see. But everyone go pick it up.
They're giving it that Shy release schedule. If Shy was not entering its final battle soon, that would turn into a Yowamushi pedal where they would never catch up.
And Shy has had 2 anime seasons already, which you would think would be incentive for them to be like, hey, let's pump these out. Nah.
It's probably just not doing well. So they're like, what I want to assume is that like Yen does their contracts like for complete titles, because I don't know the last time that they actually discontinued something. Because other publishers would be like, oh, this isn't doing well, so we're just going to stop after this point.
Shy volume 11. No, the last one that came out is volume 10. Volume 11 comes out in October. And then volume 12, you have to wait until February of next year.
Jeez.
And in Japan, they've got like...
In Japan, it's up to volume 31.
Yeah. So we are far behind on that one.
Maybe they're just shy about it,
Yeah. Well, my next pick is nothing to be shy about. And of course, that would be Vagabond, the definitive editions. I just grabbed volume 3 because my volume 1 and 2 are on a high shelf and I'm a short guy. But these are this is another one where I'm definitely like talking about the physical build of the book like I did with Baki. Because these are just astonishingly put together volumes. I really enjoyed the style that they went with for these, having it split into 2 with the soft fabric at the top and then the like more papery, plasticky on the bottom. I don't know exactly how to describe that part, but it's a really nice style that hasn't been done with these deluxe hardcover editions yet. But not only that, like not just the outside of it, but the inside is some of the nicest paper that I've ever seen books. It's a nice matte paper, so if you're not a fan of like super gloss, you're definitely going to like this, and it does really, really well for the colored pages like this. They come out just immaculately on this paper. It's the type of thing where like you just have to feel it and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And like, oh man, that's real smooth to the touch. But the story itself is fantastic. I don't think there's much more that needs to be said about Vagabond, but it's a story of Miyamoto Musashi just through the lens of seinen manga from Takehiko Inoue, who of course is responsible for one of my favorite series of all time, Slam Dunk, which I would say that Slam Dunk is better than Vagabond, but whatever. But I think Slam Dunk is the one that deserves. What do they did this with like? They did a deluxe edition with like the basketball, like
that'd be cool.
Like a textured feel.
Yeah, they do a little textured feel with the basketball bumps on it.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun. Anyway, I digress. This is a segment about things that have actually come out.
To make you want to dribble the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna damage.
Oh my god! If they made the book bouncy, that'd be crazy.
It was like cover and it actually like.
Yeah.
Oh, I dropped my book. Oh, there. I just.
Whoa! It came back.
Right back up. But yeah, this is a fantastic release. I'm hoping that that this is not the last of the definitive line that they do. I think that many people have spoken on this. There's like a lot of different things that they're hoping that they'll see Viz do down the line, and I'm hoping that this is doing well enough that they'll consider doing more with some of their other titles going into this edition as well. But yeah, if you are a fan of Vagabond and you've been on the fence about upgrading, or if you're not a fan and you've been on the fence about picking up the series, grab the first volume. It's at the very least going to look very nice on your shelf.
There you go. Yeah. You talked about one deluxe edition. I'll raise you one and talk about another one.
No.
Now it's a competition.
Yeah, man. Planets Deluxe Edition hardcover from Dark Horse. One of my all-time favorite sci-fi / space stories, comics of all time. I'm a huge fan. I think this is Yuki Mura's best work. Sorry for the Vinland lovers out there, but I prefer this. This is phenomenal. It's a great story. It's a very human story in a fantastical setting in the near future, where you have space debris collectors, sort of janitors of the future, and one our lead protagonist who works for that band of hooligans, and his dream of becoming a space explorer and a real like astronaut and going into deep space and exploring our solar system and all that stuff, and the trials and tribulations that come with that. You also have a look into the possible near future of space travel. Yukimura really did his homework when crafting this world. It is super accurate. Give me, damn it. Okay, hold on. One second.
Goodbye.
Sorry, you did not want to see me coughing. So yeah, Planets, I think it's really good, and I am not one to upgrade so easily, but I really like the series, and the build is phenomenal, and just a beautifully crafted hardcover right there with a very interesting story. Show you some of the art there. Maybe not as fancy as the Vagabond with the Musashi or whatever, but this is pretty awesome nonetheless. So I do recommend it. It's only 2 hardcovers, or if you want to get the 2 softcover omnibus releases that previously came out from Dark Horse, and yeah, highly recommend Planets. Really good, or Planets, whatever. Nobody uses this word outside this book, so just say planets. It's okay. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
You can also track down the old Tokyo Pop paperbacks if you really want to.
Planet.
If you want to be a Super Planets fan,
Yeah,
you do that. You get those releases, and then you buy this stuff right here.
I have those because I bought them when they first came out, and then I have the Dark Horse paperbacks, and I got the first hardcover as well. But the paperbacks are on loan to someone at the moment, so they're not on my shelf right now.
Let me see if I can look at this. I love space and space travel and learning about space. That's one of my boring hobbies, I guess, on the internet. I'm constantly looking at videos about this stuff, and this just nails it. And look at all the fantastic colored pages that you're missing from the other releases. This is great stuff. Highly recommend it. Look, that says, I said shut up.
No.
Yeah. So that is one of my picks.
That's me whenever Pongo won't stop crying.
Dude.
A
It's me
heads up.
with all of the animals.
All right. Next up,
What you
we
got?
got A Witch's Life in Mongol.
Oh man, okay.
Beautiful, amazing, never been done before, fantastic, mind-blowing. Anyway, so this is a series about this girl who lives in the olden days when the Mongols were still in existence and all that. So
the 1100s, if I remember correctly.
yeah, I was like, I can't even think of the time period right now, and it's not on the back of the book, so it's not going to help me.
It's when the Mongol Empire was at its peak.
Yeah, when they were like invading countries and committing atrocities. So she is a young slave girl who gets sold into this family, and they decide, hey, we're going to teach you, we're going to help you learn so you can become educated and get further in life than just where you are. So she kind of grows up, she's starting to be educated by this family, but then the Mongols show up and they destroy their entire town and kidnap everyone, like all the women and children, to take them to their encampment. And during that like travel to the encampment, Fatima, which is the name that she takes later on in the series, starts to kind of realize that she wants to claim revenge, and she doesn't want to just like take this lying down after seeing everyone she loved like get murdered in front of her. And so she decides what she's going to do is take revenge by kind of implanting herself into the Mongol Empire by being the servant for one of the Mongol princes, I believe, his wife. Right. So that's kind of where the first volume ends off. But there is just so much good stuff in this first volume in general. Just like, I think there's a lot of parallels here with like what's going on in Gaza right now. And when I was reading it, I was like, it really hit a lot harder with a lot of the stuff going on, you know, just around the world at the moment. So I just think this is a really important series in general. And kind of being able to take the lens of like something from the past and like be able to like, oh, well, you know, people are still going through like what Fatima is going through in this. So highly recommend. This one's going to be getting an anime from Science Saru, and I'm so unbelievably hyped to see what it looks like, because I just have a feeling they're going to make it just look so nice and pretty.
The reason I groaned at the beginning is that was going to be one of my picks as well.
No,
So I'm gonna search through my library here for a minute.
I'm so sorry.
And pick out something else, because I want them to be like different books and not
Here,
repeats.
Everyone in the chat, look away for a second, okay? I'm gonna show Gio what I have, and then he can pick one of mine out. and he can take it instead. Everyone look away. These are what I have. So if you have any of these.
No, I don't. We're
Ah,
good. We're good.
damn. I was like, you can take one here.
Also, the art on the witches book is fantastic.
Yeah, the art in it is really pretty, and it's just very uncommon for manga art in general. I think it's very like, once again, it's very cartoony, graphic novel-y, and I think it looks more like a mix between like comic art and manga art a little bit. But it's very detailed in all of the costumes and the setting and all that. It
Right,
looked
yeah.
very pretty.
Riley, what you got?
I hope I'm not taking one of yours, but I felt like Legend of Kamui definitely had to be mentioned.
Right. Ooh, nice. I don't know
We've
that.
been getting a good amount of classic titles brought into English this year, and that'll be continuing into next year. And Drawn and Quarterly, who viewers of our show probably hear most about because of their Shigeru Mizuki releases that Gio will often talk about.
Yo, shout out. Yeah.
They're putting this one out. They've done 2 of these so far. I think 10 total is what they've mapped out for.
I think so.
Not 100% on that, so don't quote me there. But this is it's similar in a lot of ways, not just narratively and stuff, of course, and not just artistically, but also speaking of like the cultural significance of this book. It's very comparable to Lone Wolf and Cub. It's something that like is very surprising that we've gone this long with only having like the much later sequel series in English. We never had the original one, so this is definitely a series that like it's been much long enough that we've been without. But I think, you know, this has been a really fantastic release from Drawn and Quarterly. The restoration of the artwork has been great. The translation has been great. It reads very well. It reads very easily. I think that that's something that like comics of a certain era versus manga of the same era will read differently, because manga has a translation that's going to be updated for the current sensibility of like how things are read, how people, you know, actually read things now as opposed to decades ago. And that's something that I learned while reading other like early manga, where I was like, man, this reads a lot easier than like a comic from around the same time, where like there's a lot of focus, or the dialogue is a little aged, and there's a lot of focus on exposition on every single chapter, every single issue. But anyway, it's a fantastic release. This one is a paperback, and it does have I like their use of the obi across the cover here.
Obi.
I will
Sorry. I had to say it. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
The Vagabond has an obi as well, and I didn't show it. I don't keep
All
it
of
on.
you are not going to look at Obi's the same when you see it. You're going to think of me when you look at it in person.
Oh, yeah, I definitely will. Another
I need to get that.
geoism. Another
Yeah.
geoism in my life.
But if you're into
Personalities and obi.
if you're into classic manga, if you want to check out some more classic stuff, if you've never read manga from before, you know, before the 90s, before the 80s, before like most of the stuff that we have, then jump on in, grab the first volume. Drawn and Quarterly does a great job, just as they do with all their other stuff, with all the Mizuki stuff, with all their other various books that they put out. And I'm glad that they are handling this, because I think that it's really given the prestige release that it deserves. So
Josh is asking if you kept your Vagabond Obi.
Yeah, Why are you shaming me? I didn't say that I got rid of it. I just don't.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. They're
Man,
just not displayed.
being lobbed my way. I just don't like the. I don't like the way that the Vagabond Obi looks on the spine, like any of them, especially the first one, because it. I don't know if the second one does it too, but they have like part of the character's hair going across, and then so I just tuck it away. So I do have them. I never throw any, even the on Japanese volumes, the like just advertisement obis. I always keep those and just tuck them away from somewhere.
I throw them away. I don't need that shit.
I saw somebody saying like, I don't throw the leaflets away from the hardcovers. I'm like, boy, that is the first thing I throw out. I don't care.
Love those too.
Yeah, sometimes I keep them, but most of the times it's just that I forget. I place them towards the like. I think I have one here. Hold on. Yeah,
I do the same with them that I did the Obi. I stick them in the book. The Dark Horse books, they fit in the book, but for like Vinland Saga, I don't know if you can tell from my. Let me try to show.
let me zoom in. Computer enhance.
Yeah, you can't see it. Like next to the last volume, the 8th volume of Vagabond, I have all 8 of the little leaflets are just on the shelf there because if you put them in there, they like stick out a little bit, and I don't want them to get damaged.
That's just part of my chaotic energy, you know. I have a huge ass bookmark. Where is it?
I mean, every single person here probably has
my bookmark.
Something that they do that everyone else would be like, why the hell would you do that? Like, so
I think that's my entire existence.
why the hell would you exist?
Yeah.
The 8 Kanto badges.
I ask myself that every single day.
And you
About
get
me?
Eevee,
Why the hell would Colleen exist?
and then you have Pikachu there.
I have my Slam Dunk bookmark. I've got the little bookmark that Gio sent me. I think is in my other desk. And then I mostly use my little dragon with the glow in the dark ball attached to it.
That is pretty cool.
This was sent in by a viewer a while ago. They sent me a little care package with a bunch of stickers and stuff, and they threw that in there, and I was like, I am going to be using that forever.
My pick is maybe not as illustrious as some of the picks that we've talked about so far, but it has its place because you're not going to see this combination anywhere else. Horror and comedy sprinkled throughout with a lot of folklore. This one is a Yen Press release, and it is Darasan of Reiwa, Volume 1. I am so happy that this got announced, licensed, and now out, and I have Volume 1 here with me. Volume 2 comes out next November, I think. This is the story. It's a comedic horror, yokai-esque story about this woman who is, how do I explain it? She's the deity of this mountain, but she was originally a priestess that was betrayed by her sister, and they had previously taken out this serpent demon thing, and sort of her when she dies, the two spirits fuse together, and as a result, you get Dada-san, who is this naked snake lady who is the guardian of this mountain that the main family is protecting or keeping watch of. At the start of the book, there's a flood, and the shrine where she's at is broken, and that allows her to sort of manifest herself. And we follow these two human characters that are very comical in nature. They're not afraid in the slightest of the serpent demon, and they actually go ahead and befriend her and start teaching her about modern customs and like how to use a smartphone, how to use the internet and stuff like that. and she's been around for a while, but obviously she doesn't have access to all this technology. And with these characters, that is going to change. What I like about this release, however, is that um, first of all, the art is phenomenal. I really, really like the character designs. I think it's great. It's a little cartoonish, but mostly like leaning towards the serious, realistic type. If that makes any sense. Let's take a look at Dada-san. Her name is really long, so they shorten it to Dada-san. You can see her here. There, you can sort of see it. It's kind of blurry.
It's quite the
And-
snake lady.
One of the things that I found interesting about this, the story structure in this book, is that in between each chapter, you get heavy flashbacks to her origin story, and the flashbacks are horror based, while the main story is more comedic. So not only is it weaving through the two genres, but it's also doing its own like separate thing of separating the tone in that regard. But I love it. I think it's great. It's a nice use of like horror tropes in presenting in a new fashion. This drawing's pretty iconic too. Look at that. It's pretty sick. You ask me. So yeah, I do recommend it if you want to laugh and be horrified at the same time. Maybe consider Dada-san of Reiwa, Volume 1.
It was a lot of fun. I like that one.
Yay.
The cover definitely looks a lot more smutty than I was expecting. Oh, wait. The pages that you showed, it looked like it was not as like etchy as the cover makes it look.
The main duo, they have raunchy humor to them, and they point that out that she's a half-naked snake lady, so they want her to cover up. So as you read through the first volume, she one of the human characters actually goes and steals his mom's laundry so that she can give the snake lady some underwear, so she's not half naked all the time. So that is brought up, but all the etchy stuff is played for laughs. It's not like it's not a raunchy.
So it is like etchy still.
Yeah.
That's what I was expecting that from the cover, and it didn't seem quite like that from what you were showing. So I was surprised that it didn't look as much as I thought it would be.
Also, I got confused. I'll be honest. This character's a boy, and she's the girl.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that's one of the jokes in the series, that everybody gets them confused. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You love to see it.
So each, like for example, here's Kaoru. And you have, I can never remember their names, so apologies. And here's Hinata.
That's literally me, if you even care.
So if you're into this sort of thing, I would maybe consider giving it a shot. I think it's fun. This is one of my favorite panels, by the way. Right there. There you go. So she's got a pretty tragic backstory, which is a nice contrast with the craziness that I just talked about.
We got IST deals of the week now.
Courtesy of Omnidog?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read those after we're done.
No, I mean there is manga related stuff, but nothing nothing's explicitly manga on the deals of the week.
I was gonna say, do you want me to wait?
No, we're good. Keep going.
What are we on? Round 4? How many did we want to do tonight?
Round 4.
I had 5. I'm gonna look for another one to substitute, which is live in Mongol. So I have 5.
I can do 5 as well. I have 2 extra, and I'll just pick which one I would like to highlight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, keep going. Trust me. It's just shenanigans on my end.
Okay. My next one is Pink Candy Kiss. This is a beautiful, amazing GL Yuri series from Shoujo Beat. This is one of my most anticipated series that was releasing this year as well. I really liked this one from the couple chapters I had read before it released. And I just read volume 2. I haven't been able to get it in store, so I had to read it on the app.
How dare they?
I know. And volume 2 is absolutely incredible, and it gets a lot into talking about sexuality and the kind of shame you can feel when you're attracted to someone of the same sex, because you kind of grow up thinking that that's something shameful and bad, and it really gets into that in the second volume. And I just thought that was semi unexpected, because I didn't think it was going to be as much of the focus of this one. But anyway, so the series is about these two women who knew each other when they were kids, when they were in junior high. And after they have grown up, they've gone their separate ways. So Emma had to transfer out suddenly, and Takara has not had good relationships. Not that they were bad relationships, but she can't keep one because none of them think that she's serious about actually dating them, and she's just too aloof and not actually in love. And then so they reunite when she goes to their job, and they kind of rekindle their friendship again. And then Takara remembers that the reason that they had a falling out in the first place is because she tried to kiss Emma when they were kids, and she felt really shameful about having tried to do that, and so she couldn't talk to her anymore because she felt too bad. And then they kind of split up, parted ways, and Emma remembers this. Takara didn't until they kind of met back together again. But oh no, Emma is married.
Oh, snap.
And Takara has feelings again. This is the art in this is just really, really pretty. The chapter covers are just very stylish and gorgeous.
I love that art. Yeah.
Yeah, the art is just so pretty in this. Very classic shoujo artwork, paneling, screen toning, all that good stuff. Just a really, really beautiful first 2 volumes. I'm very excited to see where this one goes. I believe there's 6 volumes out in Japan right now, and it is still ongoing. But yeah, I have no idea where this is going to go. I don't know if they're going to end up getting a divorce or not, or if this is going to be a tragic love story. But yeah, very good. Highly recommend.
Nice. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man, what you got?
The Climber.
The Climber.
Nice.
The Climber.
The Climber. The Climber. The Climber.
The cat is just absolutely getting stuck in the window right now.
The cat.
I can
You
hear
know what she's doing, right?
the
Climbing.
she is the climber.
Because you got the climber.
I can hear her getting stuck behind the blinds.
Oh.
That's why I got up, because I was trying to tell her not to, but she didn't pay attention. I told her, do not do that, and then I left, and she do that.
Yeah, because it's a cat.
No brains. Yeah, I talk to Chewy all the time. I tell him, do not do that, and then he'll stop doing the thing. But for some reason, Toast just
There's just the one brain cell, and she only gets it every other week.
not she anyway. The Climber's great. This series, I feel like it's one that was talked about a whole lot. It's one that was requested a lot, and then finally we got it released in English from Viz. I believed it was going to come from Dark Horse, but because they have Innocent from the same creator. Viz also has Durkle from the same creator. But immediately reading this, picking it up, and checking out the first volume, I kind of like fell into it the same way that I did with Slam Dunk, because it is a sports series about climbing, as opposed to basketball or something like that. But which makes it different because it's such a solitary sport in comparison to team sports that most sports manga are about, like basketball series or like volleyball stuff like Haikyuu, football like Ice Shield. Like it's a lot about the team itself. So there's a lot more of that introspective storytelling when it comes to the climber. But it still hit me in that same way, and that same idea of like having a character completely green to the subject matter, as like a stand-in for the audience. So like having the main character jumping into this and all of a sudden be completely enamored with this thing that he didn't know anything about before was just really engrossing, enthralling, and I've really loved it. It's my first time reading the series. I've read both the 2-in-1s that have come out so far, and I've really loved it. And it's something that like this would definitely be towards the top of my picks for Viz to do in definitive editions, because the artwork from Shinichi Sakamoto, as it is with anything that he does, is just fantastic. And this is a lot earlier work of his, so it's not as detailed as like Durkle is or like Innocent is, but you can still see the seeds of Sakamoto, the beginnings of his career shining through here in really great ways. So I'm excited to keep going and with that one, and I highly recommend it, especially if you are into sports manga. Now I have to go get the cat out of the window again.
I just really want to quickly say, I think Dogs Red is really, really, really good. I don't own it because I've been reading it through the library. Right. So I can't like show the book or anything, and that's why it's not here. But Dogs Red by the Golden Kamui author Satoru Noda, so fucking good. I am surprised with how much I'm enjoying it. But the first 2 volumes, kind of the same premise, where this ice skater is like completely getting into ice hockey out of nowhere, like knows nothing about it. The first volume had me laughing a couple times with how little this guy knows about ice hockey. So I recommend that one too.
My pick, which is insane considering how long it took to get this book, goes for upside down. They Were 11 from friends of the show, Denpa, I guess. So this finally came out, and it's insane because at the back of the book, I was looking at it earlier, and it says printing 2024. I'm like, no, that is not when that came out. That was a whole drama, if you guys remember, for a couple of months ago. Yeah. I believe this came out in April of this year, after many, many, many delays. But this is a fantastic, culturally significant release that everybody should own, especially if you like manga in general. And if you're a fan of space, like I am, why not? This is a space opera that is really, really fantastic. You have these space cadets going into this mission, 10 of them, and they find out that there's an 11th member, and they have to survive through some epic ordeals in this abandoned spaceship, if I remember correctly. And there's mistrust and a lot of drama that happens between these characters. Just beautifully drawn, fantastic release. It's a shame that people experience some QC issues with it. That is unfortunate, but I am happy with my copy here. A fantastic series. Producer myself. Look at that.
And I agree.
And look, it even has all the colored pages.
Yeah, getting all the color pages in it was nice because her artwork is just so pretty.
And even a poster that I'm not gonna hang up.
apparently the color pages are a lot of like why it took so long for the book to come out.
Yeah,
So-
isn't that like the case for most older?
Well, I
Kyle?
saw like the pictures of what they had to do for the restoration process and getting like the best quality they could, and it was like individually piecing together cells and like panels and stitching it together into a page and stuff. So it was a whole process. I will say I'm glad that the summer convention season went by without Denpa announcing a single new thing, because I think maybe they've kind of gotten aware internally that like they need to catch up a little more with their. I think they have 7 remaining licenses that they've announced that have not come out yet, even like first volumes. So
It's Ranger Desperado, Odd Taxi. What else?
Fish Society, I think, is
Fish
the
Society.
latest from that creator.
Holiday Junction.
Holiday Junction, another one from the same creator as Holiday Junction. Was it Penguins and Nuns, or Nuns and Penguins, which is a little art book. God, I forget what the last one is. I think that was 6, and I forget what the 7th is, but I think there's 7 total.
So there you go.
Not counting all the ongoing titles that they're still doing.
All right, my next and final one. 2 honorary mentions that I had in my stack still was Wolf's Daughter, A Werewolf's Tale from 7 Seas, and
Nice.
Mechanical Marie from Yen Press. Both very good titles, but I have been thoroughly enjoying A Star Brighter Than the Sun so much. To start with, I am a huge fan of Kazune Kawahara. She is like one of the authors that like made me the manga fan I am today, because I loved High School Debut so much as a kid. She's just got a really good way of writing characters, and I feel like a lot of her characters resonate with me personally. And this one is also that case. Like the main character Sae, I feel like she was kind of me in high school, but not as subdued as she was. I was a little more hyperactive. But so this series is about this girl named Sae and this boy named Koki. Sae is very tall for a girl, and she's also a little bit bigger. I think what makes this series particularly stand out from other ones like it, where it's like, oh, tall girl, she is also like bigger too. Like she's not skinny and tall. She's a bigger girl. But anyway, so she is best friends with this other kid named Koki when they were kids. And as time went on, they kind of like drifted apart a little bit, but they were still in the same school. And so she would see him every now and then. So she kind of saw him grow up without really getting to talk to him. The end of the first chapter is their junior year of high school, their last year, and they kind of reconnect again and start talking again and become friends again. And she's like realizing that she still has this really big crush on him, even though they don't talk as much. They aren't as like best friends as they used to be. And then so the series from there then goes to them going to the same high school, and they end up in the same class, and they get to really like be friends again. And I think one of the really good things about this manga is you can tell that they really like each other as friends, even if Sae has a really big crush on him, and maybe possibly he does too. You can like, I feel like sometimes when there's a childhood friends story, they just kind of like tell us that they're childhood friends. Yes, I'm gassing it up. It's so good. And I feel like this manga has done a really good job of being like, no, like you can tell these two have been friends for a long time. They do that thing of like bringing up old memories together all the time and just kind of like getting into natural conversation, and it's not like, oh, he's so hot and handsome, I can't talk to him anymore. You know what I mean? Like, they're friends, even if she has a huge crush on him and is attracted to him and thinks he's really hot. But yeah, really, really good story. If you like just a good high school romance with cute interactions between characters, you're really gonna love this. If you're a big fan of like My Love Story or High School Debut, or I'm trying to think of other ones. Secret of Friendship, I think, was another one of hers. But yeah, so really, really great series. Highly recommend. H Field asked if she's drawn bigger, and let me see if I can find a quick panel. It's not that she's drawn like big, but she's definitely not drawn skinny. Does that make sense?
Let me
Like,
think of it.
It's like she's like
Yeah,
built.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
built and like a tiny bit chubby. I just don't know how to explain that. She's athletic built.
Right.
So she's not like a little skinny mini, and she
Very
feels like
realistic,
she
too.
takes up a lot of space. Which I can attest to. That was like me. I wasn't super tall, but I was 5'6", which is what her height is.
God.
And I was 5'6", and I was like built like an athlete. So like I felt like I was taking up more space than I was allowed to. So it's like that kind of feeling
I feel tiny now. Comparison.
to me.
I'm the smallest one out of the whole YouTuber people.
Wait, how tall are you?
You don't. Do I want to say it? I mean, I've said it before.
Tell me off camera.
No, I'll say it. Last I checked, 5'5".
We might be about the same height.
Okay.
I say I'm 5'6", but I think I've gotten shorter lately, and it's partially because I have really bad posture.
Really? Okay.
I have such terrible posture that like if I sit up straight, I like gain a whole foot.
I mean, okay, then we're a lot alike because chatters know that I'm constantly shifting around because of my bad posture on these streams. That's cool. That one's getting a anime, or is it airing, or is it about to air?
This one is getting an anime October 5th.
Gotcha. Next season. Okay.
Yes,
cool.
I'm so excited.
I'll add it to my list, to my queue list.
Please do. That one, Mechanical Marie, and there's two more. Pass the Monster Meat.
Promised you that I will watch Mechanical Marie. I didn't want to get the manga because the anime looks really good, so I'll experience it through the show. But I can't wait to see it.
Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess. That was the other one. 4 whole shoujo in a season. Look at that.
And one of them is a villainess.
Look at that bad posture, gang. Let's go. I mean, I'm supposed to be sad, but it's okay. Sadly, in the Colleen boat, same height, shorter with forever bad posture.
We all got the shrimp posture in our desk, where you're just like the.
It's okay. Pee pee poo poo man. What's your final pick?
My final pick. I'm cheating, and I don't care, but it's One Piece.
Boo! Oh. I'm muting. I'm going away. I'm going away until you're done. No, I'm not listening. I refuse.
Every year is a great year for One Piece.
I'm not listening.
It's been a banner year the past like 3 or 4 years. I think like the series has very clearly been ramping up. Ever since, I mean, really since Wano, but like, announced after Wano that it's in the final arc or the final saga. Egghead was phenomenal. The Elbaf arc has been phenomenal. It is fantastic right now. And I think that there's never a bad time to jump in if you've never started reading the series. right now is no different. We just recently spent the past 10 months catching up on the anime as well. And now you get to go back and read from chapter 1
Sure.
if you choose to take that challenge.
Who
But
the fuck is Luffy?
Who the fuck is Luffy?
I had to play that. Love
But
you,
no,
Jeff.
we caught up on the anime. It was at episode like 1140 some odd, which went up to chapter 106 or 107. And so then she went and reread all the stuff, but we still need to read the new chapter 1160. So maybe tonight we'll just sit down and do that real quick. But yeah, no bad time to get into One Piece. I think that like as it's getting closer and closer to the end, and as you can tell, like, oh, this is going to be wrapping up within the next couple of years or so, it makes it even more exciting to get new people in to the series because they get to experience more of it all at once, as opposed to someone like myself who's been reading it since 2003 and have been reading it weekly for almost as long. It's been quite the experience, but it's always fun whenever you have a new person, especially someone who's close to you that gets into it, and then you get to watch them go along and have the emotional reactions to everything, have those like connecting the dots in their brain of like, oh my God, that's the thing that they mentioned back here. And now we're elaborating on that. And like, it's an experience. I'm not like one to push people on stuff. So all I do with One Piece is every once in a while, or too often in some people's opinions, I'll just talk about how much I love the series. And then I'll leave it at that. I'm never the one to be like, you should read this, because it's kind of pain in the ass to be pushed into reading something that's got 1160 chapters now. But I recommend it a lot. And I think most people that try it out realize pretty early why it has, the support behind it that it does, why it has the fandom that it does. And yeah, it's been one of my absolute favorite things for most of my life now. So that's my soapbox that I will now get off of. Good night. Mic drop.
You're some Yoshi.
Because I broke the rules.
Right.
Supposed to choose.
They're all telling us to kick you out,
Okay.
and I think we should.
There were
Well,
no established rules though. Like Gio just said, like your favorite releases.
Except for this rule, which I think means we should kick you out.
Okay. So I was conflicted because I didn't want to repeat, so I wasn't going to mention Witch's Life in Mongol, which is a fantastic series. So I was thinking, I had three options for you guys. Do I pick a troll book and troll you guys with something that would cause some laughs, but decided not to? Okay. So the second option, do I cheat and pick out something that technically hasn't come out yet as of this video? That was what I was going to do. But then I remembered one series. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, I did not check. Okay, it did come out 2025. We're good. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. So instead of going with a upcoming release, I went with something that I remembered at the last minute, and that is was one of my most anticipated releases for the year. Hell is Dark with No Flowers. This is volume 1 from Yen Press. This is heavily underrated. I think everybody should check it out. Look at this cover. Love it. Let me show you some of the art here, looking fantastic as well. So what this is a detective mystery / horror manga where you have this kid, this teenager that I think he's a teenager. Whatever. He stumbles upon this man over here who is in charge of helping people with their missing cases, mystery cases, or whatever. And it usually turns sour when they realize that these cases involve something sinister, something bad, and typically these people are involved in like crime and murder and stuff like that. And the crime itself or the actions, the main protagonist sees the personification of that as yokai figures. So the yokai aren't showing up themselves. It's just sort of like an avatar for what they did. One of the cases is a murder case. So they see a corresponding yokai that is brimming with hate and all that stuff. And it's essentially a crime solving series. You find out in this first volume, spoilers, that the house that they're operating in is sort of in limbo, and this guy over here is in charge of sending the victims to hell or not. So at the end of each case, they are literally sent to the dark realm, and it is fantastic. The mysteries aren't too complicated. They don't hold your hand either, but they're not too complicated. You can figure it out while you're reading, and it's a lot of fun. I like the idea of using the yokai trope. For example, let me show you a quick scene here. You can see over here that this guy shows up, but it's sort of like an avatar of the crime that was committed and stuff like that. So it relies on folklore, but you don't need to know anything about it to enjoy it. It is a really easy, fun read. It's based off a light novel series of the same name, which I have not read, but I hear it is excellent, obviously, because it's the original. And this is the manga adaptation. So I'll go with that. Hell is Dark with No Flowers. There are 3 volumes out as of this video, out of 10 total.
What was your the troll option?
I was going to pick the Do You Like Big Girls Omnibus.
Of course you would want to know, Riley. Of course.
And the future release that hasn't come out, I was going to pick Mushishi.
Oh.
But we'll talk about that later. Because, again, October, November, and December, there are some huge releases coming for manga. So we can cover that at the end of the year, like the best manga of 2025 or whatever.
The definitive, the correct list of the best, and it's all One Piece.
It's all 15 One Piece books. So there it is.
The Mars Omnibus just went up for pre-orders, just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
As well.
To recap real quick, these are the 15 picks for tonight. Gene Bride, Baki the Grappler, Yaiba, The Failure at God School, Vagabond, Planets, Witch's Life in Mongol, Legend of Kamui, Darasan of Reiwa, Pink Candy Kiss, The Climber, They Were 11, A Star Brighter Than the Sun, One Piece, and Hell is Dark with No Flowers. Now, obviously, we're missing some huge releases like City Hunter, Cat's Eye, Lone Wolf and Cub Deluxe Edition, Mushishi Hardcover Edition. What else am I missing? That's huge. Mushishi, Lone Wolf. I'm missing something. There's something else that's coming out.
Battle Royale is coming out next
This
month.
year?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Pretty sure it's like next month. No, that's
Yen.
Yen.
Got it. Couldn't remember.
Yen has really quick turnarounds.
They do. I have noticed that.
Deluxe edition. Oh, December 16th. Okay. Yeah.
October, but yeah, that's coming out by the end of the month, end of the year. I know there's some other stuff. Can't remember.
Fruits Basket has the box set. That's coming out.
Yeah.
Soon. There is I'm looking through the upcoming list here.
They're trying to get us to say the manga that shall not be named.
Which one? Oh. Sure. That one. I
That
forgot about that.
it's gonna flop.
Yeah.
really
And
bad.
I was gonna say, Riley, tell them about your conspiracy theory about
It's not even
the
a
manga that
conspiracy.
shall not be named.
Like the Viz has anything that they've posted about it. The only thing that got any sort of traction from the platform that I looked on was the announcement, and even then it was only like 6,000 notes or something like that, like 6,000 likes, which is not nothing, but for something that's supposed to be as big as that is, it's really low considering like a Danmei announcement from Seven Seas usually has like 4 to 5,000 likes on it,
Yeah.
and that's not something nearly supposed to be as massive. So they've done barely any marketing, and it's coming out in like 2 months. They've only just started to do more marketing, and like the first thing that they did outside of like a couple posts and asking what questions people would ask the creator was a video with the anime men, which is really not the people that you'd want to be making a video with right now. I know that they produced it like ahead of time, so it's just a timing issue, but like of course all the response to that was like, why are you working with these tourists? Like these guys don't know anything, they don't care about anything, yada yada yada. And there's like no attention on it whatsoever. Like there's not a lot of traction, especially not for something as big as that. And in like when it comes to publication of like anything, sales numbers drop off immensely, like from the first volume to the second, and then it just keeps going after that. They're gonna have such a massive drop after the first few volumes that I honestly, and this is not out of spite or anything like that, like I'm literally speaking from like how it
Right.
looks, from the facts of like how the everything looks and just the lack of marketing that they have out there for this. I would not be surprised if they were forced to drop the license unless their contract that they signed was already definitively for the whole series. Because most, like a lot of contracts will be like, we'll do it for this long, for this amount of stuff. But I know that they commented, Will would bring this up because it was on his comment on Twitter, but they were like, we're gonna do it until we catch up. So I don't know if that means that they've already signed the contract for that. If that's the
Yeah.
case, they're gonna be in the red like with that for a while. Or maybe they'll slow it down, because like that's probably why like they are still putting out Kazehikaru and Hayate the Combat Butler at such a slow rate, is because they're contractually obligated to do so. But yeah, it's probably not going to do nearly as well as they want it to. If they wanted it to do well, they should have been pushing it constantly. Like obviously there's a little bit of bias in what I'm about to say, but the way that Dark Horse does stuff, like I know Will has been doing this, and that's why I say there's bias. He posts like, in case you missed it, like every week about the things that they have coming out. And like it can get a little bit annoying when you have notifications turned on for these publishers, but like if anyone missed it, they're gonna freaking know about it. Like they're not gonna forget about the fact that that's coming out. Also, speaking of Will and Dark Horse, and speaking of Lone Wolf and Cub that Gio mentioned, the Office copies came in for that, and Will was saying that they look great. And there's, I don't know if they can say it yet, but he's going to talk about it in the video that he puts out. But there is one thing that people requested from these books that are going to be present in them. So we'll Obi. You're gonna have to wait for his video, or if he wants to talk about it. But there's something that I was like, oh hell yeah, that's gonna make a lot of people happy.
We skipped this, but yeah, Gundam did come out, the deluxe edition hardcover.
Haven't read mine yet, and so I did not want to mention it before, because I love the build of it, but I haven't had the actual reading experience of that book, of that volume. So I didn't want to speak directly, because in most of my picks, I was speaking about the physical builds and like the readability and stuff like that. And like, for instance, I would pick Blood Blockade Battlefront as one of the worst books to have come out, because the physical build of that is just phenomenally terrible, like unbelievably bad. And so while from a glance, Mobile Suit Gundam, the Origin Deluxe looks fantastic, it doesn't seem like I'm going to have any issues when I do read it, probably pretty soon. I didn't want to speak on it without having had the full experience like I have with each of the other ones that I mentioned.
James says, as I said this before, Viz should have done Kingdom as a Kickstarter.
I think they should have done box sets.
Or box set or something else, not just single volumes, but
Yeah,
whatever.
They said, it's fine. We'll just take the Shoujo Beat department and take all the very resources and put it into Kingdom. No 20-year anniversary for you.
Speaking of Empire Hunter D novel that Kane just brought up, that is one of the deals of the week.
And
IST.
Look at that.
InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your Omnibros trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices. All the books that we talked about tonight, you can get them at InStock Trades. Go check them out. Fantastic deals overall that range from 30 to 55% off at times. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. There is a loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at InStockTrades.com. And you know what? Since we love the Thursday crowd so much, we're going to give you a sneak peek at some upcoming deals, baby. Next week, there are a couple of creator spotlights that are manga related. Next week, for an additional 5% off, there will be a creator spotlight on Inio Asano books. There will be a creator spotlight sale on Akira Toriyama. And some non-manga creator spotlight on Peter David, as well as Ed Brubaker books, and a spotlight sale on Invincible. But that's not all. Viz is doing a spotlight manga sale on Black Clover. So if you've been wanting to read that, Javi's favorite manga, Black Clover 1 through 5 will be an extra, I assume, an extra 5% off from the regular discounted price at InStock Trades. So go check that out. StockTrades.com. Also, we left out from the upcoming stuff for the rest of the year the Nana 25th anniversary edition. That also has a lot of hype that people are wanting to get.
Hype. So
Lone Wolf, Mushishi, Nana, Kingdom, I guess. Fruits Basket box set, City Hunter, which comes out in like 2 weeks, but we're doing the show now, not in 2 weeks. So
both Cat's Eye and City Hunter go on sale on the 23rd.
Or sorry, 1 week. There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, the 9th Vampire Hunter D omnibus novel is one of the deals of the week, so 46% off on that one from Dark Horse. The others are all comic book related.
Oh, you know what people are excited for? My Girlfriend is 8 Meters Tall, Volume 1. I'm joking.
The complete silence from all of us.
Right. Can you imagine if I wasn't and people are legitimately excited for that one?
I'm sure there are certain people who are, and good for them.
So there it is. Chat, before we wrap up, what are some... Oh, damn, okay. I forgot about this one too. Monster Musume Deluxe Edition hardcover. Let's go. Yeah, why not? Showing some love for the Monster Girls. Let's go. What are some of your most upcoming, or not upcoming, what of your top release of the year? Let's see. Let me scroll back real quick to see if I missed anything from the chat. Totally agree about Dogs Red. I was pleasantly surprised.
Dogs Red, let's go.
Among Us, because I was talking about they were 11. Okay. Yeah. There's an imposter.
Get
Look
out
at
of
that.
here.
Look at that.
Get out of here.
What can I say? I've got great taste.
Oh
No
man.
one wants you here. Get out.
Does size really matter?
Goodness gracious.
That series is like a rom-com etchy series. It's what can I say? It's about a tall lady. Look at that.
With big personalities.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
technically they are because of the
Yeah.
size difference.
For multiple reasons.
For the Steven Universe fans, giant woman.
Which- We're never wrong. Obi.
Oh.
Science side. Oh, this was which is life. Nice.
I have that one filed right next to my girlfriend's child because it's alphabetical.
Two different types of girlfriend books. Nice.
It's my dear friend Nokotan. My girlfriend is 8 meters tall, and then my girlfriend's child.
And then a beautiful, touching series on teen pregnancy.
And then mysterious disappearances is the next one.
Goodness. Just
Hell yeah.
quite the lineup there.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
Donald Joe fighting for tomorrow uses thinner paper, but love the build.
That I feel like that one, if I was to make the guess, they kind of had to use the thinner paper to bring the cost down because it was already expensive due to like the production behind it.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, another section of my, because of how the alphabet works, that's funny, is I have all of the Yamamoto series, Hikari Man, and then Homunculus, and then Ichi the Killer. But in between Homunculus and Ichi the Killer is Hoteri Hotet First Kids.
Just one.
Just right in between those.
That's
Nice.
so funny.
If you were a dog vampire, would you drink a cat's blood? Oh, because Colleen showed the, what was it? The vampire book that you
Yeah.
Or something or other.
I don't know.
I think from my experience with dogs, probably more likely like
I thought you were gonna say from my experience as a vampire. I'm like,
Yeah, or just like his experience in general. I was like, where is
Sucking
this
blood.
going?
I think it would be bird blood.
Yeah.
Like they catch or like small
Or like a squirrel or something.
yeah, like stuff like that it would be more likely because those are the ones that like you let your dog in the back, like if you have a big dog you let it in the backyard and it catches a squirrel and comes in with like a tail hanging out or like it ate a bird and there's like feathers all over the yard and,
Yeah.
like that's what I think vampire dog. Do y'all remember Bunnicula?
No.
Do you remember Bunnicula?
I think so. Sounds familiar.
I just remember from when I was a kid in like grade school, there was the Bunnicula.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a bunny, Dracula.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know exactly what it is, but I was just trying to figure out what you were even saying. I was like, oh wait, like a vampire bunny.
Yeah, it's a children's novel series from James and Deborah Howe of a vampire rabbit named Bunnicula who sucks the juice out of vegetables.
That is hilarious, actually.
A rabbit tale of mystery.
Well, apparently it's a cartoon.
Yeah, I think the cartoon is based off of because the book started in the 70s in 79.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I've seen the cartoon, but I never read it or anything.
The celery stalks at midnight.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. I haven't read it, but I went in with a joke. But I'm glad somebody likes it. Let's go.
Which one's not terrible?
Girlfriend 8 meters something.
Oh, you know, I've heard good things. I haven't read my volume yet, but
people do say it's surprisingly funny. So
yeah, and it's like the whole tall girl thing, like not tall like from a star brighter than the sun, but like 8 meter tall girl is a pretty popular like rom-com subgenre. And I've seen a lot of people like recommend other similar titles.
Here's some of H. Field's favorites: Pet Shop of Horrors, Veil, Tamaki and Amane, Spacewalking with You. Kane, the Isekai Cat manga and the Magic the Gathering manga are my favorite so far, even though Volume 1's released a while ago. That's okay. That's valid. Just finished 8 Billion Genies and started Superman Adventures. Nice. Secret Mind Twin loves Bonicula.
Nice.
He was cute with those red eyes. What the hell? Need new host? I'm sorry, but 2 out of 3 failed us.
Excuse you.
Okay.
Why don't you guys go start your own fucking podcast then about your buddy vampire?
Yeah, call it Bonicula
thought-
Bros Live or something. I don't know.
Didn't know what that comment was about. I was like, who's the good one?
You, because you know it's a boo.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna leave you to the thing.
But the fun
take-
part. Oh, okay. Well, the fun part about being the only one is that I get to impart that. Now, if Gio or Colleen get into Bonicula after this, I get the pleasure of knowing, like, oh, I got to turn my friends onto something fun and cute. Bonicula Bros Live, indeed.
Fucking weirdo. What are you doing
Me?
that for?
I didn't do that.
Oh, I get to turn my friends on. What the fuck?
What? To turn on my friends onto something fun and cute.
You're a fucking freak.
Take everything I say out of context.
I love to rage bait you. What can I say? You would
I
do
didn't
the same to
know-
me.
I didn't
In
know.
fact, you do all the time.
I didn't know if your mic cut out or something, and like you didn't hear the whole thing.
No.
Let's go. That's why Kane's the best mod. There you go.
Kane's playing favorites though. It's because we met
Bale is so
Kane.
gorgeous. I did not check out Bale.
I
There are
still
a lot of books that I did not pick up because of budget reasons, but I would like to get it at some point. I don't know.
I've been waiting for Veil to come back into stock, and I think it just did.
It's gonna go out of stock again,
Yeah,
just because you said it.
yeah, exactly.
So, Colleen, what you got happening on the socials and the YouTubes? Let the people know.
Yeah, so I think I might be doing this next weekend. Actually, let me just double check. Either the 27th or the 28th. I was planning on doing the panel that I did at C2E2 on a live stream because I'm only putting out one video this month.
Ooh.
So I figured I would do a live stream to make up for the fact that would be on my YouTube channel, which James has put on the chat right now, Colleen's Manga Rex. You can also find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram, Colleen's Manga or Colleen's Manga Rex. Check out my merch if you'd like that as well. And yeah, that's all I got going right now. I've been pretty low-key lately.
Nice.
Just for you, H Field.
Well, thank you, Kane. My 3 favorite people are streaming. Of course, I'm playing favorites. This is also my favorite, but this is Thursday, and he doesn't read manga. Nice. But then, friggin' Jess bought Solo Leveling. What the actual F was that all about? I'm still upset about that. After so many manga recommendations, he goes and picks Solo Leveling. Not to hate on Solo Leveling, because that's fun, but like, really? Jess, come on, man.
Not to hate on Solo Leveling, but I'll do it if you ask.
Really funny about Solo Leveling is I was reading the newest volume, and like I didn't even like clock this. So it's volume 13. I start it, I read it, I'm like, did I miss something? And then I don't know, I didn't really think twice about it. And I just finished the volume and I went to put it on my shelf and I never got volume 12. And I was like, I barely feel like I missed anything. Skipping an entire volume. It was like narratively, I just felt like, oh, did they just jump from one scene to the next between volumes? And I didn't even double check. And I'm just like, how did I miss that? Like,
That's the sign of a good quality series.
yeah, no, it
Not
absolutely.
intense desire my body to read Solo Leveling. I'll be honest. I still have my volume 1. That was all I read. I really enjoyed the opening story where they have to survive with the giant living statue thing. That was a lot of fun. But then the story just goes into like what how do I say it? Like training and like the JRPG tropes and the dungeon system and mechanics and fighting the thing and ranking up and experience points. I don't care about any of that. So I stopped reading, and then the anime, same thing. I was like, yeah, you know what, this is not for me. But if people like it, fantastic. Don't dislike the stream because I said I don't dig Solo Leveling.
You can dislike the stream because I said it.
Sometimes when I'm like, I need to put something on, or I just want to veg out, and I'll put on like I kind of got bored with Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, if I'm being honest. But anyway,
Oh,
like
no. Cass is gonna come kill you.
I'll turn on the TV, and I'm looking for something, and I just need like something stupid, something dumb, and I'll put on like, you know, Dude, Where's My Car, or Bubble Boy. That's Solo Leveling. Like,
Oh my god.
mind off. Like, that's, and sometimes that's what you're
Solo Leveling.
like, yeah, Dude, Where's My Solo Leveling? That's what I crave sometimes. Like, I just need the dumbest turn off my brain thing.
Not everyone wants to sit and think.
Yeah,
All,
I do
all the
enough
time.
thinking. I work 40 hours a week. I do videos. I edit and stuff, and like sometimes I just want to veg out and like read Solo Leveling, and it's the dumbest thing that I can think of that is, you know, entertaining, at least, because the artwork is not abysmal.
This is you editing your video.
Well, I wish. I'm so slow.
But in reality, this is you playing with the pompadour.
That's me reading the pages of Solo Leveling like super fast. That's like a 300-page book that takes me like 20 minutes to read through. So
I'm sorry. I'm very stupid in this regard, but when I buy a book, I feel like if I read it too quickly and I finish the thing, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't have bought it. You know? Maybe I shouldn't have gotten it. So I take my sweet ass time getting to a book. Because then I'm like, well, I read it. What am I going to do with this book again? I just put it on the shelf. Never look at it again. So I take forever to read through stuff. That's just me. I'm a weirdo. So it's okay.
That's your child now. You put it on your shelf. It's at your home now. It's at its home now. It resides there. You care for it. You make sure that you keep it healthy, out of direct sunlight, in good, you know, humidity levels.
Right.
And it's
try to reread books.
They have a soul of their own. They come from living things. They are still living things, and if you treat them well,
babies,
they'll treat you well.
Yeah. After 100 years, they're gonna come alive.
I'm
haunt the house.
Touching Grand Blue Dreaming as I say that, as if like Grand Blue Dreaming is some real. This is another turn off my brain series, but for like completely different reasons, just because it's like stupid comedy.
That was with the scuba diving and the right? Yeah.
Binge drinking and scuba diving.
Oh, hey, you're onto something, Kane. So books are vampires. Makes complete sense now. They are what is it? Energy vampires. They suck the energy out of you. Riley, what you got cooking up on the YouTubes?
I filmed a video to go over Baki last Thursday. I still have not edited that to post it, but I did 2 videos in quick succession already this month, so I didn't feel too bad. And I've just been reading a lot. So whenever I feel like it, maybe this weekend I'll edit that and then have that up on my channel for anyone that still needs to see it. And then
Heck
I'll go
yeah.
back and do the October buyer's guide. And I think I decided I'm going to do my library tour for October. So
Library tour.
officially be 3 years since I did the last one. And I'll probably have like close to twice as many books as I did then. Which is kind of crazy to say.
You should make them on a every 3 years. You put a new tour video.
Every 3 years I double in size.
Yeah.
Uh,
Does scuba diving actually happen in Grand Blue Dreaming, or are they just constantly partying?
yes, there are multiple instances where they do actually go diving. But it is usually like either day drinking or partying. And it's a lot of like the guys talking about dating and like wanting to, they're like, oh, this girl's really freaking hot. And then there's like the group of girls that they want to get with. It's very funny. It's one of the most dude bro series that I could think of. And if you like that kind of comedy, if you're into like the idea of, you know, dude bros doing stupid dude bro stuff, it's going to be exactly what you think it is. If you don't like that, then just avoid it at all costs, because no.
Gio, what you got cooking up? What you
Not
doing,
much.
King?
I have a video that I've been trying to finish. It's just been a pretty stressful week overall in real life, not the internet side of things. So I haven't had time to put the video together. It's a first impressions on Rai Volume 1 and Wash It All Away, which I should have here. It's a first impression on these two books, which are completely opposite to each other, which is why I did it. It is this is my type of humor. These books are totally different. One is about slice of life and dealing with people's trauma in life, and a protagonist just wants to enjoy her life with amnesia, so she doesn't remember her past, but working with people, she sort of starts living and enjoying life, or whatever. You watch the video, don't listen to it. And then Rai, which is just this is if, and I'm spoiling my video, but whatever. This is if like Kaiju number 8 married a Q Hayashida book, and it was on Shonen Sunday.
Yeah,
it's bonkers and crazy, and it's pretty stupid, but I love it, and I'm here for it, and can't wait for Volume 2. I really enjoyed this one.
It's
yeah.
very, very similar to humor to Q Hayashida's sense of humor.
Yeah,
but like the kind of like, I don't know, it's definitely more, you can tell it's more of a shonen title than like Dai Dark or Dorohedoro. But it's just really funny because I've just referred to it as the pee-pee book because it's got like,
I was gonna call it the piss book as soon as he showed the cover of it. I was like, oh, the piss book.
The yellow cover and like the dripping coming from the head and stuff. It looks ever since day one. I was like, that's the piss book. That's pee-pee book.
And that's literally what we said as soon as we saw the cover when they announced it.
There's no pee-pee in it. So sorry to disappoint.
Then why make it look like pee-pee book? Okay.
Why pee-pee book if no pee-pee in the book?
Why pee-pee if no pee-pee?
Each volume has a different color and set to it. Volume 2 is blue, like a royal blue to it.
It'd be funny if you were like, the next one is brown.
Oh my god.
Pee-pee book and poo-poo book.
Pee-pee and poo-poo.
So yeah, it's silly, it's fun, you know, goofing and gaffing. That's how we do it on this channel.
Years old, and we're talking about pee-pee.
Now it just fell. So there you go. So that I have that and some other stuff that I'm working on that I can't say. I don't want to jinx it. So if you want to follow me, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Manga Geekdom. We are 600, or I am, not we, whatever. I am 600 people away from 5K, which is something. It's annoying because it's taken so long. But if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. If not, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You can join my Discord if you want to hang out and chat with a lot of the people in the live chat are over there, so that's great. A lot of us here are there as well. I'm there. That's my Discord. If you want to join, I'd appreciate it. So there it is. We've done another fantastic installment of Omnibros Live. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you to the live chat. Thank you to our sponsor, In Stock Trades. Thank you to everybody watching later. Hit the like button on your way out. It costs you nothing, but it does mean a whole lot for us if you do hit the like. We'll be back tomorrow. Jess, Lou, and I already forgot who was the special guest. Bonk, I think, is the special guest. So if you want to tune in for that, 8 p.m.-ish standard EST, that should be a lot of fun. And then we'll be back on Monday for Hall's Previews Reads. And then next Thursday, little sneak peek. Next Thursday, we might be doing previews. Regardless if there are no previews, we will have a special guest. I'm not going to spoil it, but I do have a special guest for that stream. So look forward to that.
It's me. I'm special.
That's it. Bonk. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So there you go. Gift card time. The gift card will be on the 29th. Again, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. So that is that. We're out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stay safe. God bless. Have a great rest of your week and a good weekend. I will leave you with Oscar the Grouch. He's disappointed because something happened with his 8-meter tall girlfriend.